up, everyone? It is Matt Martin with the Grass Factor. Okay, so I want to take you through this property. Let me give you the background. New property to me, Bermuda grass lawn, lots of bare areas, has been treated a little bit like a Bermuda grass lawn, a little bit like a fescue lawn. A lot of bare spots that keep showing up every year. Just not a lot of good performance from it. Let me take you through the process of how to get this yard back on track. Okay, so here's the first thing I notice. Everything that has been done to this yard has been done by the textbook definition. Mow low, mow often, mow low, mow often, fertilize it. Okay? Now typically that's going to work. What has happened here? So what has happened is, following those guidelines, unfortunately this yard is not level enough to maintain the mowing height that has been maintained and prevent scalping. So over the year it's been growing for like 2 years, it's been cut at this height, and you can see all these patches where it has scalped over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and then when it goes dormant, it's got all these scalp patches with no foliar leaf tissue exposed. Without that foliar leaf tissue, photosynthesis is not taking place at the rate it could, therefore not as much carbohydrate storage has taken place. So as the grass goes dormant, it's a little bit depleted in carbohydrates. It's tough for it to come back out of dormancy. So what has happened is, the lawn has thickened up, I mean significantly. However, it just hasn't gotten there yet. So what do? In this particular instance, it's actually not a very difficult fix. So we are going to continue to feed it heavily, feed it based on the soil test report. Soil test actually came back really good. So I'm running pretty high rate of nitrogen on it, and we're going to up this mowing height, where right now it's at 2 inches. It says 2 inches on his mower. It's probably more like 1.5 inches. We are going to up this closer to 3 inches. Now that's going to go against everything it says in the book. However, that is going to maximize the amount of top growth and foliar tissue for photosynthesis to take place. Therefore, we'll get a faster spreading activity, and we'll really start to thicken this up, and you won't have all these variations in colors. As you can see here, variation in color, variation in color, variation in color, over and through here, and it's all from scalping. You know, you can see, like, look at this right here. This is a beautiful patch of grass, except for you got real pretty grass, and then you got scalp mark, scalp mark, scalp mark, scalp mark, scalp mark. And so it's difficult because this customer was doing everything they were supposed to do according to the book. However, what the book oftentimes doesn't take into account are the actual issues that are going on in the lawn. And this particular lawn, a more realistic issue is how uneven it is. And there's, unfortunately, with this steep of a slope I've got here, you can't see, but it's about a 20-foot, maybe 25-foot drop from there down to my truck. You can't really come in and sit with sand and just level this off and bury it. You'll get a lot of wash. I mean, we're in Knoxville, we get 35, 40 inches of rain a year. And so really our only alternative option is to mow it higher, mow it frequently. Now, that comes with some inherent issues. So let me talk about those. High when you have an uneven lawn is a good thing. However, what eventually starts to happen is, if we take a look at this grass blade, you can see that there is a stem, and then up from that stem grows the actual foliar tissue itself. And what happens is this stem will elongate. It'll get longer and longer and longer, and you'll start getting foliar tissue up here. So every time you cut the lawn, you'll cut off all the green. How do you prevent that? Well, a couple times a year, you'll have to come in and cut it really low to reset that stem height, and then you'll start producing green leaf tissue down here. And that way, as it grows up and you're mowing up here, you're mowing up here, you're mowing up here, you'll have that green tissue longer. So if you're going through one of those periods where every time you cut the lawn, you're cutting all the green off the yard, first thing you should do is raise your mower height. If you raise your mower height and eventually it doesn't turn green again, drop it all the way down, scalp it really good, fertilize it heavy, and water it extremely well, and then raise your mower deck back up. And in fact, what I usually recommend is, you know, probably every 2 weeks during the summer is raise your mower blade a notch, and then drop it all the way back down, scalp it, then raise your mower blade a notch with each cut. And that's just an easy way to maximize the amount of color and performance out of your Bermuda lawn, even though it is uneven. I appreciate you watching. Anyway, I promise I've got an update on my yard coming up really soon. You are not going to believe what it looks like. It looks fantastic. Still contending with the Dallas grass, but I have started throwing my game plan together. Since we're coming up on the 4th of July, I said, what the hell? Let's start attacking this Dallas grass. So anyway, I promise I got that update coming up. But, you know, while I was out here on this Bermuda lawn, trying to get some Bermudas done while it's out here raining, I thought I'd help all those people that are asking about warm season lawns along the way. All right, y'all, appreciate you watching. Please click the subscribe button. That's what lets me know to keep doing this, y'all. Again, sorry for the break. Life is in the way. I've got a lot of videos recorded. I just got to sit down and compile them all together, and I'll get them out to you. All right, y'all, have a good one.